to another sesh of Tell Panda Training! And today is going to be quite the day. If you followed along with us on Tuesday, our last sesh on this number 7, then you pretty much know what's coming for you today. I'm talking windmills, our stamina and full range of motion exercises, our squats, our balance exercises, and of course in between we'll be squeezing those push-ups in there again. That'll be our third time of throwing the push-ups in. So, follow along and let's do this. Try to push ourselves as far as we can. I'm ready to go. Please join us, Micah.
Mm-hmm.
Select a member of the audience. Chosen at random. This is not premeditated at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to start off with our stretches. Alright. Now we're going to bring them down. As always, pull your toes back. Reach out to touch them. And we're going to do the knee hug. The knee squeeze.
Love this.
Yeah, this one feels so good. All through there. Ugh. I love it. Sometimes I just sit down and do this stretch for fun. Yeah. don't usually stretch down here. I think that's why. It's like, so
Mm.
when you do, it's just like, whoa. I didn't know it could feel like that.
I know, and it just feels so good.
You really do, like, use these muscles for so much. Like, this stretch feels so deep. So much deeper than some of the other stretches.
Hi.
For that reason, I think. It's just like so many layers, probably. Muscles just like. Oh, is that usually the one you pull up? Why do you usually do the dark one?
I do. But the camera's in a better position today.
Oh.
Oh, we're doing this one.
I did this one last time too. Just let me scooch on up a little bit. Like a dog with a bad case of the tapes. Nobody? Okay.
Dog has a bad case of the what?
The tapes. Tape them. Oh, dogs will scooch their butt on the ground 'cause it's like, "Wee." Okay. Now, you don't get up. You get in your foot to couch position. Alright!
I'm getting there.
Uh-huh.
This is so wet.
He's trying to buy time.
As much as I can.
So, if you're like Micah, and you have poor flexibility this way, what I call vertical, as opposed to horizontal, then I highly recommend doing something like this with a person who can help you, like how I'm about to help Micah. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is Mike is going to try to relax his legs as much as possible. And while he bends forward, since his knees tend to tighten up and even bend up, I'm going to hold him down to hopefully give him a chance to really relax his muscles without having to worry about also using them to keep them straight. That's the point, if you didn't know. It's not just torture.
Could have fooled me.
The best torture is the kind that actually serves a purpose. Come on. Okay. So you're up. Okay, now pull your knees up, like stretch, yeah. Now relax them. Alright, now push yourself forward. There you go. Breathe in. And when you breathe out, really try to relax those muscles. Breathe in. Relax, relax. There you go. That's good. You're getting closer. Right. Relax your muscles. There you go. Hi. Oh God. Okay. Now, legs apart. And we're gonna bring one of our arms across to the opposite foot. And we're gonna look up. goes to the other side. Okay. I'm gonna come back up. Now, gonna put both hands directly down in the middle. Or slightly in front, or actually. Try to get your palms to lay flat. If they can't reach yet, that's okay. Make sure you breathe deeply. And when you exhale, try to get all of your muscles in your legs to relax a little bit more with each time you exhale. Okay, now we're going to spin our hands around. And we're going to walk them back a couple steps through the legs. Make sure your knees don't start bending.
It's so hard.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now we're going to come up slowly. Nice and easy, slowly, slowly. Okay. Now, we're going to get in front horse stance. We're going to put our hands on our knees and push them outward, like away from each other. We're going to really try to stretch these hips. These hips. And we're up. Now, this one, again, to stretch out the back of the calf. And last but not least, feet about shoulder width apart, a little bit wider. We're gonna loosen our hips.
You were about to say bring it around town.
Nope. Just going to rotate them. We're not bringing them nowhere. Which means we're gonna bring them somewhere. But won't be around town. That's for sure. yeah, feel that. You like get me in your gibbles. Right in my gibbles and bits.
Get over here.
Oh, alright. Now that we're all stretched up, I'm actually warm now. Look at that, just stretching. Boom. And your body wants to get its blood pumping. You want to start breathing deeper. Your blood starts circulating more. Not cold anymore. I do have to check my shoe real quick. Sorry about that. My sock's not cooperating. It felt so weird. I guess it just got crinkled up or something.
Yeah, that happens sometimes with my sock.
Yeah, it's like you gotta watch it. Gotta watch those socks. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Alright, so hopefully you stretched along with us. Some of your favorite stretches, some of your least favorite stretches, because those are probably the ones that you need to do the most. Yeah. Oh yeah, one last one. The lace up. Oh God. You.
Oh, was it a little tense for you?
Yeah.
Really?
Ugh.
Mine, I need to find a way to stretch out this. Like,
And that one doesn't do it for you.
that's all shoulders for me.
And this one doesn't do it for you.
I mean, if I do that, it does. But there's,
Why are you sideways? Bring it to the front.
like that? Where does your hand go, like that?
Yeah. Have you always done them sideways like that? Is that doing it?
A little bit. I guess that's more like that edge.
Like you
I
go
wanted
like
to
this.
hit,
You
like,
don't
right there.
Right there.
Yeah, that's where I need the stretch.
Huh, because when I do it... Oh, I see.
You see?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a way to stretch it.
There has to be a way to stretch it. But it's like, where do you go? Where do I go?
I know.
We'll have to look into it and find that spot.
Yeah.
Micah always has the golden question that makes it so that you never know what's going on. You think you know, now this question's asked, and now you don't know. And I need to do research. So, let's get started. Now that we're all loosened up. Should you step forward a little bit? Chin Kai Shuk. San Soo. Alright, let's get in our positions. Oh, sorry. And we're going to start with our windmills.
Shaka.
Who would have saw that coming? Alright, you ready?
Holland.
Oh my god. Alright, so you're in your front horse stance. Feet straight. Knees are outward.
Pants loose.
Oh my god. Your hips tucked underneath you. Don't let your butt start sticking out. Keep them underneath. Shoulders are down and back. And you're ready. Remember, nice big circles. Remember, don't let your hands start slipping. start coming down here, it needs to stay up here. If you put your hand to your forehead like this, not on your forehead, but right above your forehead, that's as high as it should be going. We'll start doing these tiny windmills. Nice big open circles. And remember, we went more in depth and with lesson number 4, and then last time with number 7, we revisited it. But just because we're not saying anything doesn't mean you should forget about the fact that you need to take this time to feel the connection between your legs and your hips and your arms. Okay, you're not just standing here stagnant, moving your arms. You have to feel a connection with your whole body. So as your arm's coming around, move that knee on the same side forward, and you'll feel your hip also come forward and down. And then as your arm comes back up, feel how your leg and your hip rise up and they re-square themselves center when your hand reaches the apex of the circle. And then as they drop back down, it starts all over again. And you're doing that with one side, and the other side is always doing the exact opposite. So your hips are here, this side starts to come in now because this one's on bottom, and it comes up. Now this one, hips forward again, and it comes up. You're constantly alternating your whole body. And when we go to Pao Chuan and Sheng Chuan, the same thing. It might change the speed, it might change the tension of how we're doing it, but you still maintain the connection to your body. Just because you start going faster with your arms doesn't mean that now you stop everything in your lower half of your body and now it's just arms going real fast. It's always the whole body, and if you keep your whole body connected, you'll find that's actually easier to go faster, because it's not just your arms and your shoulders doing all the work, it's your whole body bringing these arms around for you. And it's going to take a while before you really start to feel that connection all the time, but as long as you practice with us, you'll be able to start feeling little bits, little glimpses of this circular motion and how it goes all the way down to your feet. Don't forget to grab the ground with your toes. Now we're going to take a deep breath in, and you're going to tighten your stomach. And you're going to keep it tight so you go into Pao Chuan. Pao Chuan. Sheng Chuan. Remember, you're not just moving slowly, you're squeezing your fists. Your whole body is tight, like you're looking in the mirror, flexing, but you're moving in a big circle while you're doing it. Like you've got the handle on a big wheel, and it's so heavy, but you're trying to turn it. Trying to spin it around. Okay, now we're gonna stay in Shang Chuan while we transition to the left side. And focus on that transition, nice and slow. Okay. Going to the left side, so you're gonna bend the right leg. And while your left arm's coming up, that's when you start turning. And then you're gonna transition into Tai Chi Chuan. Right as you finish your turn and you drive your back heel into the ground and square up your hips. So you lose the tension, but you turn that into momentum. Okay, so we're in Shang Chuan. Tight, 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 hard, hard, hard. Now we're come on, cool boy. Not bad. Keep that heel down. Remember, especially you're used to turning on the balls of your feet. Some people, they always turn on the heel of their foot. Right? But it's not a turn on the ball of your foot. It's not a turn on the heel of your foot. If you were to drive a pole through the middle, someone staked your foot into the ground, that's where he turns. He turns all together, both flat. There you go. There you go. How did that feel?
Feels okay. I need to get my...
Wider stance. What are you doing? Baby stance.
I just feel like I end up so wide afterwards.
Also, you're off balance. What happened?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Because you're too narrow.
Hi. So where do I go?
Well, just like when we're going from one side to the other side, you have to get your feet in order.
So I would go forward a bit?
What? So while you're coming across, get in your stance. I'm trying to take an easy break real quick. While you're coming across, bend this one. Right? This is your time to move this one into your position.
Oh, okay.
While you've got this weight shifted here, you go ahead and get this one prepared, and then you come across and drive that heel down.
I gotcha.
How was that? You
Better.
feel balanced?
Yeah.
Feel good?
Definitely more balanced than I was before.
Now, how's that foot feel with your turnings? It's gonna be the hardest thing for you. Better. Definitely better. Oh my god.
No, it was bad.
So bad. Better. Did you feel like you went up too wide again?
Oh no. Feels a little weird.
And remember, when Micah and I are practicing our transitions, that's your time to also practice the transitions over and over and over again. If we mention something that Micah or even me, if something that one of us is doing wrong and we catch ourselves, we say, oh my god, I didn't keep my heel down, then make sure you check your own stance. Did you keep your heel down, or did you start turning on the balls of your feet? And then you just drove your heel down at the end. See? Ooh. My foot the entire time. Foot at the. Okay? It doesn't matter what the motion is. You could be doing anything. But the transition will always be the same. That's why it's so important to practice while we're doing these windmills. Very first thing you do, the very first stances that we learn, you get the transitions down as best as possible. Okay, so we're here. Come across. You get this foot ready for your stance. What's your stance going to look like? Most of your weight is on this back leg. Get your stance, get your foot, your front leg prepared for where it's going to be. Now, as you transition and you square up your hips, you use all of the tension and the torque to drive yourself into position. You don't have to be on the ball of your foot to get a turn. That's what I was explaining to Micah. A lot of people, when they naturally are turning to change directions, they're always on the balls of their feet. But some people, especially if they tend to lean more backwards when they're going about their day, they turn on the heel of their foot. Oh, what was that? And they leave their foot up. It's not a turn on the heel, it's not a turn on the ball of your foot, it's just a flat spin. And it comes, the ability to do it comes just from having the tension in your legs and your hips. And you use all of it to turn your feet. So we come across. Get that foot ready. See? Oh, get that foot ready. Now I'm here. You can do it too.
What do you want me to do?
You can do.
Hi.
Yes, you can do.
I think seeing you do it was nice. 'Cause you almost do a cat stance, almost.
What is this cat stance? I don't know. It's not like everything you learn ties into the next thing you learn constantly, like a giant circle of life. No, it does. That was sarcasm. Ooh, that was pretty powerful. That was pretty good. It's pretty good. Let's do it one more time. Now when you come out of it, don't just turn, spin your arms. Yeah, here, come this way a little bit more so you're not afraid to hit the shield. And when you turn, really, try to find some momentum. Find that hip getting underneath it, you know?
Hi.
Do it. And really unleash it. Whoa! Did you feel like you were wobbly? Did you lose balance a little bit? Did you feel that drive?
Yeah, more so felt forward.
Yeah. Like you could just take off at any moment. Alright, now you're facing the side. Now, we're in our side horse stance, also known as Tsemma. So, what do we look for in our side stance?
Hip square.
Your hips are square.
Heel down.
Your heel is down.
Hips tucked.
Your hips are tucked.
Barely see the edge of your toes over your right knee.
Yes, if
or
you
left
look
knee.
over your front knee, you should just barely see a little horizon of toesies.
And shoulders down.
Shoulders down. Hi.
Is that it?
Hi. Now remember, just because we're facing the side doesn't mean you stiffen up and now it's all just arms again. No. Even if you need to exaggerate your movements a little bit, you need to feel that pull and push between your front leg and your back leg to really bring your arms around. Feel it. You're not just standing there. You're not just a tree with your branches swaying in the wind. No. Your whole body is a tool. You're like one mechanism. Your leg, each leg is a gear connected to your core, who is a gear, and your arms are the other gears. So if one's not moving properly, what happens to that mechanism? The whole machine stops. So, why do that to your body? You want to find that pull, that push, that keeps your gears moving in tandem with one another. I'm sorry, Mike, I moved real quick. Thank you. Oh, here, go in the corner, the bad side of town. With your water? Okay. So, just a quick demonstration. Once you're here, hips are straight. Heel is down. Front foot is ready. And my butt's not sticking out like this. Might be hard to tell, but you're not like this, like this. Hips tucked underneath you, okay? And your hips, you're not like this. Your hips are square. This is one of the hardest things to remember when you're first starting out, is to keep your hips square. The other second hardest is?
Hips tucked.
No, keeping your heel down.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you square your hips, it's really hard to let your hips slip out. But if your hips do slip out, you're most likely not square either. But it's just the fact of keeping them 100% square. And then utilizing the motions. What a lot of people end up doing is to get that feeling, you start doing this. What's happening, Micah? You don't see it? You don't notice it?
I mean, your hips are kind of going in and out of.
That's
like
fine.
like a hula dance.
That's fine.
But your left leg is dropping and extending.
No, that's fine.
Your hips aren't tucked.
Nope.
Well, your body is shifting.
Nope.
To the left.
That's not him.
Which is it?
What happened to my
Your
heel?
heel's
My heel's off
place.
the ground! And it's so hard to even notice it watching somebody else do it. That's why I asked you if you could find it. So, it's one of the hardest things to catch yourself doing, because you have all these things to think about. Okay, keep my hips square. Okay, need to use my legs while keeping my body square. But I need to use them, so I need to move them. And I don't know how to get that feeling of pushing my leg, and this heel ends up coming up. Keep your heel down no matter how hard it is. You have to remind yourself over and over again. Doing your windmills. Oh, keep my heel down. Doing your windmills. Keep my heel down. Doing your windmills. Keep my heel down. And over time, you won't need to think about it at all, because your body will be used to it. But especially if you tend to walk or turn on the balls of your feet, that's going to be the hardest thing. Then the runner-up is keeping the hips square.
I always walk on the.
I know you do.
I prance.
Micah's like the springy man.
I do, but I'm quiet, so it's like.
Walk on the balls of your feet. If you were to walk on rice paper, you'd tear it up.
Well, rice paper.
Rice paper.
What, you have to walk flat?
Walk flat without tearing the rice paper.
I would love to try that.
I know, me too. I've never had the chance.
I could buy some rice paper.
But all I've heard is stories. Can you imagine being so delicate, but maintaining control and enough, you know, power at the same time? Or if you needed to do something, you could still do it, you know? But without tearing the rice paper.
So they would do exercises without tearing the rice paper? Like stances and stuff?
I don't know if they would do
transitions.
I don't know if they would do transitions, but they would do like almost like a catwalk, where you walk across it.
Crazy.
All right, come on.
I would love to try him. Just getting inside.
Yes.
Side horse.
Yes. Well, all that to say, don't be afraid to have a little fluidity. All right, let's go. Okay, look, your hips are square, beautiful, but what are you doing? They're bobbing. You're starting to feel that slight motion, you know? Just like how a boat still rocks on still water. That's what your legs and your hips are. Okay? There's always a flow and energy, even though your form is still intact. Okay? Now, drop one arm. Doesn't matter which one. Okay. Now that you have this arm, so make sure you're coming across a little bit more. Just, sometimes you go longer, and then you shorten up and you go longer again. What happens? Now, bend that. I want you to use maximum on this one arm.
Maximum?
Yeah, like just try to feel the maximum amount of like torque you could get off of that arm. And what do you need to do with your legs, your knees, your hips to feel like you could rip something up or you could pull something down?
Guess that's that.
Like
motion.
You have a constant, you know, if you grabbed something over here on the edge, I could rip it up. If I grab something at the top, I could rip it down. If I grab something at the bottom, I could pull it up. You have to feel like at any moment, here, 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 here. If you were to make like an octagon of 8 points, at any point, you have no loss of power if you needed to. And what you need to do to your body, like how I had you push and pull against me.
Just make it support that motion.
Make it support that motion. Keep the knee bent though.
Oh.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, see? See how your body suddenly becomes fluid. You're not just a stick stuck in the mud. Alright, drop that one, do the other one. Because this one's going to have more across range. So you're going to feel the most anywhere from here to here on this half.
It's right here.
Yeah, you're going to feel the most like, oh, I could kill it. But you have to also account for this side. Don't let this side go to waste. What can you do with that side? At any point in time. Yes. Keep that knee bent.
Yes, I'm trying. I can't see my toe.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, at any point in time, you should be able to apply power to that hand. Yeah, and really feel it digging deep, dig deep.
So I guess, is there a little bit of a dip up?
I mean,
or is that incorrect?
Something that I've said a few times is it's okay to exaggerate while you're learning, but over time, you'll get rid of that bob, and it'll just be more of like a back and forth instead of
like
an up and
internal.
down. Yeah, just like an internal gear that's spinning. Like. Alright. Alright, hopefully you too are trying to feel those gears connected together. As Micah does one arm, hopefully you dropped off an arm. Well, let me try just doing one arm. See how that feels. And then put both arms back together. And remember that feeling from each arm and how they work and alternating from each other. Okay?
The dance 101.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just...
Oh, okay.
I crumble.
Yeah! I was like, how?
I crumble away.
What happened to you? Remember to grab the ground with your toes. Keep your heel down. Now we're going to take our deep breath. We're going to tighten our stomach. And we're going to go into Paltron. Remember, keep that fluidity. Just because you're going fast, don't go from this beautiful flowing motion. You start going fast and now it's just this. That's just arms. Nice big circles, full range of motion. And maintain that motion. Even if you need to slow down, maybe you did it faster during our last one, number 7. Maybe now that you're starting to get the feeling of having your legs and your hips involved, maybe you can't do it as fast. That's fine. Still push it as fast as you can. If it's a little bit slower now, that's fine. You know why? Because now your body is more connected. And in the long run, you'll be able to go faster than you can just arms alone. Okay. Deep breath in and Paltron. Shangchuan. Everything should be tight, tight, tight. He keeps turning this wheel. Who keeps putting these big wheels here? For the last time. I'm gonna post a witty passive-aggressive note about these damn wheels. Everything is tight. Now, instead of turning 180 degrees to the right side, we'll introduce another stance today. This one is called cat stance. That's why it was so weird. So, what we do, very similar to when we turn completely to the other side, what we're doing with this transition is we're basically shortening it. And you know how we go from a side horse stance back to the middle? You know how to go from the front to the side. You're basically taking both of those transitions and putting them in one. Okay? So, what you're going to do is, while your left arm is in its upward phase, you're going to bend that front left leg. And while the right arm comes up, you're going to shift the majority of your weight to the back. Okay, but you use the bend. Well, if you're wondering, well, why do we bend the front leg? Because you need to use that to drive yourself. It's about maintaining this connection. If you were to just drop to the back, you're going to lose your power. You need that slight little bend to the front. Then, as this left arm comes up, your right, as your right arm comes up, bend the right back leg and turn your foot almost completely sideways. Not exactly 90 degrees, a little bit less.
Here, come back.
I'll get there.
Oh, okay.
And then you're going to pull your front leg towards you and you're going to square up your hips. And now you're in cat stance. Uh-huh. I see how it is. You get 2 marks off.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. So, we're in our side horse stance. We're coming around. Your left arm, which you have your left leg forward right now, your left arm's going to come up. That's when you get a slight bend to the front. Then, as the right arm comes up, you see as it comes up, I've already started turning my back leg to the side. Like I'm going to open up. As my arm moves, I move. And I open up my hips. And I start to bend this back leg. Right? Then as that left arm starts coming back up, you see how it's down right now? And I'm like this? It's almost a mirror image of my legs. You've got one arm up, bent. Your leg is bent. One arm is straight. The other leg is straight. So as this left arm pulls in, that is also your time to pull in your leg. And then as it comes up, you turn everything to the front. Except this back foot stays to the side. And remember, you want to square your hips. This is going to be very difficult at first to square the hips up. Because your body naturally is like, wait, now I've got 1 foot sideways, 1 foot forward. Shouldn't I be in the middle? No. Forward. Square. Now, not all of your weight should be on this back leg, but you shouldn't be leaning, half and half either. You want about an 80-20 split. So majority of your weight on this back leg, but there's still a little bit of weight on that front leg. Just a little bit, but you can easily lift it up if you need it to. Okay, so one more time. We're in the side. Bend the front leg. Start bending and turning the back leg. Now I'm practically facing sideways. Then as this arm comes back in, the leg goes with it. About that far. And as that left arm comes back around, square your hips. And remember, you're 80-20. So I'll do it one more time. I'll do one more. Okay, so we're here. Come on. Micah's gonna practice this transition a few times, so please do practice along with him. And if I point out anything that he could improve on, see if that's something that you're also doing while you're trying to do this new transition. This is a brand new stance for us. So it's gonna take some extra practice. Nice. Just keep this leg a little more sideways. I mean that foot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not a completely 90 degrees. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's more sideways, yeah.
And square.
Square, yes. And bend this leg.
Is it
There you go.
Is it just your toes that are on the ground, or do you have like to the ball of your foot?
Yeah, it's the ball of your foot.
Okay.
If
so
you
it's
imagine,
not just toes.
you know how you're grabbing the ground?
Yeah.
If you imagine just enough so that it starts with the ball of your foot, really enough for those toes to
I gotcha.
drape
Like
themselves.
that.
Yeah, so they're like.
Yeah, if it was just toes, you couldn't grab.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
Oh, that
Feels good, doesn't it?
There's so many.
You could go anywhere
places
from
you
there.
could go.
Yes.
I love it. That's my favorite one.
Really?
Mm.
Oh.
It's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I don't know why I've been standing like that in my life.
Very nice. Don't shorten your circles when you come up into your stance. As soon as you got into stance, tiny circles. Big circles, yes.
Alright.
And since you have done this before, just not recently.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Try to feel that last, when you get into position, try to bend that back leg, but when you get your hips straight, feel that. Just like how we did with the side horse stance. Try to feel that momentum. Nice! You almost threw yourself off. You whipped it so hard. You should be able to move this leg as fast as you need to. Because it's just 20%.
I mean, I could.
Not 10%, 20%. So slow.
Too much?
So slow. There you go, yes. But at the same time, yeah, you should be able to hold a little something on it. 20%. 20% is more than people think. Bend that back leg. There you go. Bend him. We're going to go through our Pao Chuan, Sheng Chuan, okay?
Alright.
Don't lean back too much. Stay straight. Shoulders back. There you go. Bend that back leg. There you go.
Get over here quick. This leg ain't hold down much longer.
Okay, here. Keep your circles big. Don't lean back. Don't lean forward. Nice and straight. Okay, now we're going to go into Pao Chuan. Now more than ever, it's important to keep your stomach tight. Just keeping your stomach tight is going to help you maintain your balance, maintain your form in cat stance. So we're going to breathe in, tighten our stomachs, and go into Pao Chuan. Sheng Chuan. Now this first time in cat stance is going to feel weird. That's fine. Keep your knee bent, your back leg, keep it bent. Because now we're going to transition back into our side horse stance. So you do that by doing the exact opposite of how we got there. Alright, let me see you try before I demonstrate. Not bad.
That close?
That was pretty good. Try one more time. Remember to keep that back heel down. It's okay. It's okay. Keep that back heel down.
Oh, is up?
Yeah. Come on, get out of here.
Oh, get out of here. That's all that is.
That's not that. Let me help you get your.
It's not like getting form.
Yeah, no, it's get out.
It's get away.
Yes.
I see.
Okay. So, what did we do to get into cat stance? We started here. here, here, right? So now we do the exact opposite. We're here, and this leg comes forward, but it's still all the same pictures. And as this comes up, just like when we transition from the front to the side, you drive your heel onto the ground. See, so if you were to take a picture in 3 stages, 1, 2, 3, right? You have 1, 2, 3, and you got that little extra. And you drive your heel into the ground and square your hips back up. Okay? So, okay, one more time. So if you take it slow, and you remember when this arm's up and this arm's down, your legs should be a mirror image of that. Arm up, bent, leg bent, arm straight, leg straight. Like this, you drive that heel into the ground.
It's interesting.
Smelly cat. Cups has an emote. Cups, come on. Says, don't hit him. Lurk Shritka says, everybody want Kung Fu Fighter. Ta da 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 da. This guy's faster than lightning. Ta da 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 da. I don't know if that's what it was supposed to sound like.
Okay.
Bend that back leg.
Is that bent enough?
Yes, yes, yes. Starting off, it's not too bad. It's not the worst I've ever seen.
Hear my back.
Don't lean back. Stay nice and straight. Okay. Exact opposite. 1. Yep. 2. Beautiful. Ooh, that was pretty good. Try it again. Not bad, not bad.
That was weak.
Mm-hmm.
Weak.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not totally that. There we go.
And as Micah's practicing, practice your transitions too. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you one little tip here.
Want me to stand somewhere else?
Oh, you're good. Start. Okay. You're here, right? When you turn to the front and start turning to the side, just like how when we turn from the front to the side, there's that moment where you have, like you're almost in goat stance, where your legs should be like squeezing together almost. And then you kind of push them apart from each other, right? One heel goes down, your knee goes forward. Phew, right? Like you have this compression and then release, right?
Yeah.
So with this, that's why this one's so good. So it seems like such a tiny motion, such a tiny transition, but there's so much in it. So you're going to turn to the front. Now, where are you? This knee is forward, just like when you're transitioning from the front, right? This knee is sideways. But as you start to turn, see this heel goes down. You start to turn, look, you have that internal tension. And as you come to square up your hips, drive that heel into the ground. So, for you, your motion was pretty good, but try to also feel that tension to help you drive it out afterwards, or you feel like you're gonna run afterwards. You should have that same feeling.
Okay. About right there.
Bend that back leg. There you go. Not bad. How'd that one feel?
That was a little better. I feel like my end stance is a little bit more solid. They also, it feels so much wider. like every time I end, I'm like so spread apart. But I guess that's not bad. Just going lower.
It's not bad. You just have to remind yourself to keep your heel down, because you're going to start putting a lot of tension there.
Is it
Alright, one more time.
Okay.
Keep your heel down. Should be just like going from the front to the side, how you do that little bend. And it kind of puts that extra pressure on that leg to keep it flat. Not bad. There you go. Now you're starting to get it. Okay, last one. I said last one, but you messed it up, kid.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to feel what you're talking about.
I will help you.
Let me try once. Again. Is that bad?
It was better, but...
Okay, I need help.
Or here, do it this way. Go in front horse stance. Go in front horse stance. Face the front horse stance. Now go to side horse stance. Transition. See how you see that feeling you have where you're gonna spring forward? It's the same from cat stance. Now do your cat stance transition. Where all that drive comes from the back leg. Comes from the back leg because the back leg stays bent. How did that feel?
That's better.
See, because what you were doing before is you would start transitioning, but then this leg would be more bent than your back leg, so you would just end up twisting. And what you need is to turn him, keep this leg bent, just like when you transition from the front to the side. And use that driving power. Drive your heel into the ground power. See? From the front. From cat stance. It's actually the same transition. Go on.
Okay. Lost my balance a little bit.
You're still not driving from the back. When you drive from front horse to side, you drive that heel into the ground. When you go from cat stance to the side, where's it go? It's the same transition. But
no?
But
Hi.
Hi. Here, one more time. Front horse stance. To the side.
Okay.
Look at that. Beautiful. Now cat
Okay, I
stance to the
gotcha.
side.
I gotcha.
The smile of, damn man, you told my ass too. There you go. You're a little off balance, but you see, that's that same. Do them
Gotcha.
again. Aha! Everything's the same. It's almost like you step into a front stance. You lost it again. Where'd he go?
What? How did I lose him?
Don't ask me. You're the one who lost it.
No?
It should be just exactly the same. Exactly the same as going from front to side. That's closer. Here, go from the front
Yeah.
again.
Well, let me try it one more time. No. So what? Okay.
Look at you. You're off balance. You're all messed up now.
I know.
Do your transition from front to side. There it is. Where you drive from this back leg. You drive from the back leg, right?
Mm.
You don't take this hip and throw yourself into your stance.
Mm-mm.
No. You go from here and you drive yourself into the stance. It's the same thing.
Mm.
The literal exact. Look. Front to side. Cat stance to side.
Mm.
It's the same.
Man.
The only difference is, it's like you took your front horse stance and you did this. So now you're back going to the side. So if you think about it as I'm going from front to side, it's the same thing. There should be a moment when you feel like, oh, I'm going from front to side. Because your front to side is beautiful. Front to side. But for some reason now, you'd have this extra leg up. Now it's different. Now I'm just gonna throw myself into this stance. Why? Because you're in the front to the side.
Mm. Is that wrong?
Does it feel the same?
Not really.
Do the same thing.
I'm trying.
It's better. Okay, where are you now?
Almost high horse.
Yes, you're almost exactly front horse stance when you're transitioning to the side. Right?
Mm.
It's the same. You drive your heel into the ground. You drive from that back leg. You turn and you drive your heel into the ground. Same thing.
Is that better?
That was better. That was better. And you drive your heel and that's not it.
More back.
Drive your heel into the ground. You know that.
I
You
know,
have a
just-
beautiful front to side transition.
Mm.
Front to side, right?
Mm.
How is that any different?
I don't know. I guess it's just throwing me off.
You're here,
Mm.
and when you step down, this is exactly where you are. When you start going from front to side, same spot, same. Except you drop into front to side. You see?
Mm. Okay.
It's not like it's similar to. It's the exact same transition. So if you have one, you can get the other one. Boom.
Should it be like that? Yeah.
Yeah, however you transition from front to side. There you go.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, now you're all fired up. Uh-huh. Yare, yare.
Hi.
You start losing it a little bit. Remember, once you drop that foot, it's exactly from front to side. There you go. I bet it is, yeah.
It's so bad.
See, now you're starting to get it. Drive. There you go. Drive from the back leg. But don't push it now that you think you got it, Mr. Slick.
Mm.
Now you want to see that front to side. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. You got him. Took a few times,
Hi.
but now you got it.
Pretty tough.
And now you'll remember it.
Mm.
So, hopefully you were practicing your transitions too. And you realized the same way as Micah had to realize that it's the same. All these transitions. That's why it's so important. Once you get one transition, you've got so many other transitions.
The thing that I forgot was when going from this, when I got to here, I forgot that this hand was attached to the left leg.
Ah.
And so when I remembered that it makes it more.
Ah.
So that was what I missed.
Really? That's
And
so
so when I
cool.
remembered, oh yeah, that follows the
It has to
arm.
follow the arm. That's very nice.
So that was my mistake.
That's a deeper insight than even I was planning. That's beautiful. Yes. I'm here just trying to get the motions. Micah's like, no, it's all one.
I gotta understand it.
You know that picture they have of the brain and it's like shiny?
Mhm.
That's what you had, that moment where it's like. So, I'll demonstrate again the way I demonstrated for Micah. When we go from our front horse stance to the left side, what do? We drop the right side, we get our foot ready, and then we drive our heel into the ground, right? In tandem with our arms. When we come out of the cat stance, if you were to take, a freeze frame of the transition to get back to side horse stance, this is exactly where you are when you start turning your front horse stance. Exactly. So all you have to do is do the same thing and drive that heel into the ground. But a lot of people, they see it as totally different, But all it is pulling your leg up, then dropping it down, and following through with the same motions. And that's the secret to a lot of this. A lot of the transitions, the movements, everything comes back to the same core motion. So now, we're inside horse stance. We just transitioned back. Make sure I'm out of your way. Make sure you've got space.
I'm good now.
Uh-huh. Now he's good. Okay, we're going to go into Pao Chuan. Sheng Chuan. Tight, tight, tight. Not just slow. Tight. Spinning that big wheel. Okay, now we're going to do the transition that we're more familiar with. And we're going to go from the left side to the right side. And we're going to go into Tai Chi Chuan. So instead of just loosening that tension in your arms, remember, try to feel a little burst of momentum. Okay? Instead of just losing the tension. Okay, so you're tight. You're in Sheng Chuan. Pushing so hard, so hard, so hard. You transition. And then when you drive that heel into the ground, feel that hip square up. And you turn all that tension, that hard tension, into momentum. Just for that first few moments. Just for that first moment. Whoa! Very nice. Let's see him again. That was beautiful. Whoa!
I almost lost that. I didn't move my foot enough.
Still, you're getting a lot of power out of that leg. Make sure your hips are square when you get back.
Weird.
Boom! That was beautiful. I could see this leg. It was like they really were connected together. You, like this, you came around, and even this knee was like down, and then you drove the heel into the ground right when it came back up, and you squared up your hips. That was beautiful. Okay, you're inside horse stance.
I wanted to make sure what side,
I know.
what leg was.
I know, I still have the same thing happen sometimes. Okay. Now remember, grab the ground with your toes. Remember? That's when you take your toes and you try to squeeze them up against the ground so that they're like that. Full range of motion. Just like what we did when we faced the left. Don't forget, you're not just there. Your legs aren't just two poles holding you up. No, there's some fluidity. They can move. The muscles are pulling and pushing and pulling and pushing. Okay? So, what you can do to try to find it, stroking out in the back. Was that you he's talking about?
Stroking out?
Okay, so drop off one arm. Your choice. Okay? And now, just like before, go through your circular motion, full range of motion, and feel. If you were to grab something at the topmost point, would you be able to rip it down? Or would it just be all arm? Or would your whole body, your legs, help you rip it down? If you're at the bottom, could you rip it up and across? That's all in the legs. Could you rip it? Okay? Then, when you're extended to the side, could you rip it in? Inward. What would it take if you were to, pull against somebody? Somebody pulled against you and you try to pull it in. Well, you gotta bend that front leg.
Oh, okay.
Square up your hips. And you try to pull them in. What muscles are you using? What are you doing to turn it in?
Almost fell.
Just like that. And then when you're across your body, which muscles in your legs, which direction do your hips have to go for you to feel like you can rip something upward in an arc like that? So at every point, like I said, if you were to make 8 points like an octagon, at every point in this circle, you should feel like you could pull the power. There's no spot that's left undone. Okay, so you're here doing your circles. And at every point, you're engaged. There shouldn't be, your legs are engaged. Which, by that I mean your legs are like doing something. They're not just standing there. At any point in time. So if you're moving around in your windmill, pick a point. Is it the top point? And pretend like you're moving that big wheel like we do in Sheng Chuan. And now you're moving it. What are your legs doing? And then you keep going. Release it. But your legs should be engaged constantly. Then if you find a spot where you go to rip it, and you're like, oh, that was all arm. Just my arm moving. I didn't feel it in my hips. I didn't feel my legs, pulling me. Then that means that's a dead area. You gotta find out where your legs are going. They should constantly be moving as you move your arm. So then, if you have that dead spot, imagine you grabbed onto something there, and what does it take to pull it into you? Oh, so that's what happens. So I'm pulling it, so now I just need to do that. And your legs are always doing that while you're doing your windmills. Even if you're just doing Tai Chi Chuan, it's all in the legs to help your body move. Okay, then switch arms. Your dog is dead. Yes, she might be. Oh no, she made a noise. She's okay.
It's like she really could be.
Okay? So at any point in this circle, you should be able to grab something and use your legs to pull it. It's not just your arm pulling something. There's a big difference. If Micah and I'll just get
Oh, I didn't know what you were doing.
We're standing here, right? And we were both holding on to something, playing tug of war, and you just wanted to pull it. Would you just use your arms? Maybe at first. Come on now. Maybe at first, but then it's like, okay, hold on. Now you're starting to use like your whole arm, your shoulder, and he keeps pulling. It's like, okay, now you're like, I'm gonna bear down. What are you doing? You're using your legs naturally. One of the first things we learn as kids is how to play tug of war. And you're using your whole body to pull against the other team. Okay? So if you get in your side horse stance, just because you don't have tension in your arms during the entire time when you're in Tai Chi Chuan, that doesn't mean that your legs aren't treating it like you are. Trying to draw power, power, power out of every direction. Your legs should always be moving. What are you doing?
What?
Are you trying to pop something?
No.
Why are you moving so funny?
My arch is so sore.
Uh-huh.
Or lack thereof.
What are you doing?
Square.
Square that hip.
Is that not square?
There. Is it not squared?
There.
Rainbow says, y'all are cute. Thank you, rainbows.
Get out of here.
Hooray! Hooray! Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, if something pulled you right here, what are you doing? You're off. You see? At any moment.
It would be more
Something pulled you right here. No.
No?
Keep that. Keep that.
That's where I'm struggling.
Keep it. It comes from, if you imagine a train, right?
Yeah.
It's got its wheels, and it has that line that connects them all, and it just kind of, but it's so powerful because they're all moving together. That's your body right now.
Okay.
Everything is a tiny wheel. Your leg, tiny wheel. Tiny wheel. Your arm, it's just a bigger wheel. Okay, so you have to imagine what's keeping them connected together. The fact that it all moves through your hips. Okay? So as this comes across, just like when you do your transitions, you should feel that, not too much.
Oh! Just my leg?
Comes across. You see? You should feel this always. Now your hip should be square again. Okay? And it comes across. Square it up. Square it up. There you go. Comes across. And across. Okay? You feel like you could rip something at any moment. What are you doing? You're so like sideways.
No, my foot hurts so bad.
You need to be wider. Complaining about your feet. There you go. How's that feeling?
A little better.
A little bit better. There you go.
And the foot still hurts.
There you go. There you go. Now you're looking good. Now you've got a nice stance. That's a kid. Now you're getting it. So now, boom, look at you. You're not losing balance now. Starts at the bottom. Ah, I got you on that one a little bit. But your legs should always be ready. At any moment. Always engaged. And it's not just your front leg. It's your back leg too. Even though you're moving this arm, this leg should be doing something. Should be pulling, pulling, pulling. Use that leg. Pull that hip forward. There you go. You see? Come on. You got it. You got it. Comes across. Use that. Yes. There you go. Now, put them both together. We're going to go into our Pao Chuan. our Sheng Chuan.
Right.
Now that you've put both arms together, try to feel those same feelings that you had with doing one arm. How you could really rip something at any time, at any point in that circle. And with the other arm too, at any point in that circle. But with both arms. We're going to take a deep breath. Go into Paltron. Sheng Chuan. Okay, now we're going to pull back into our cat stance. So, our left arm comes up. We start facing the front. We've got our back leg bent. And as the right arm comes up, we pull that leg in and we square up our hips. Okay, do the transition a couple times. What happened to you?
I don't know. I felt like I was not right, but I think I was.
Yes, yes. Don't drag your heel on the ground.
Don't drag.
Yeah, what are you doing? So it's just like on the other side. Your legs should be mirror image of your hands. So, while you're doing your windmills, you're coming from the side. One arm is up, bent, leg is bent. One arm is straight, getting ready to slide across, you see? This leg is straight. Now, as I bring this arm up, this foot also comes up, gets into position. And now I'm here, 80-20. Okay, so you go from the side. You're shortening it a little bit. Don't shorten it. Full range of motion. Right? Remember, nice and slow. Your legs follow your arms. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, it's like a totally different transition. Did it feel better? You feel like you were solid?
Yeah. Oh, well, I threw my arm out a little bit.
Remember, don't shorten it. Nice, full range of motion on your arms, full range of motion for your legs too. Legs follow your arms. While You're
Oh,
shortening
glad.
it. Yep. Comes around. Oi! There he is. Now you pull him up and you square up. Beautiful.
Okay.
So that last pull is right at the end.
Okay.
You don't start pulling it while you're going. No. You leave him there. Leave him there. It's just like that Drake.
Oh my god. Get out of here.
And then you pull it back.
So.
Leave him. Beautiful. Nice. That's him. That's him. But don't. You tend to elongate this side. Like you want to like bend over and pull it up. No, stay straight. You know, you're doing this. You're pulling this leg in and you're doing this big, huge motion. You know, like all the way across like this. Now keep your windmills tight. Right here. You don't need an extra motion. It's just here. See? You'll see what I'm talking about.
Try them again.
Mm-hmm. See how your elbows on that went so big.
I see.
There it is. Nice, tight windmill, tight to the body. Elbows tight to the body. Nice. Did it feel different?
Yeah, it did.
One more.
I see what you're saying.
We'll do our Paltron Chungtron. Everybody goes home. Right, we are home. Well, we'll go somewhere. No, we won't. We have another stream after this. We're trapped. Oh, you did it again.
I did.
Yep. You kept it tight, right? And then you went.
So.
It's this. You're just doing extra like elbow.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's falling. I see.
Hi.
I see. So it's falling. I'm bending the arm.
Mm-hmm.
Did it again.
Yeah. What's up with that? I don't know. But now you can feel it. There you go. Hey, that's a kid.
I got a habit of towing.
Yeah, but it has to be
Instead
the
of
grab.
that.
Yeah.
So I need to, because you also have like tension pushing out
Yes.
or in.
Yes.
But if I do tow, you don't have anything.
Nice.
Okay.
That was awesome for you to recognize that. There is that tension there. Okay, so. We're here, right? Our back leg's bent, but we're not leaning back. We're nice and straight. Let me move over a little bit on my next now. Okay, remember that back foot, just like Micah's, stays out to the side. It's totally different from these other stances we've done so far. To the side. And then the hips still need to square up. Most people can't even square their hips up right away. So if you can, that's awesome. That means you've really done a lot for your flexibility. Okay? But most people, even though we've practiced our stances and we've stretched ourselves out doing all these motions for these past 3 weeks, still most people can't fully get that squared hip. Just push it as far as you can. Don't be discouraged if you're still stuck here, if that's as far as you can go, but be constantly pushing it straight. Okay? Now, Paltron. Paltron. Chontron. Now we transition back to our side stance. Yeah, you're good. Remember, it's just like going from front to the side. Why do you lean so far?
Oh no.
You're gonna be straight. There you go.
You know, for some reason, facing this side is harder than
Really?
this side.
That's weird.
Everything about it.
Really?
My left leg leading feels funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird. There you go. Nice, nice, nice. When this comes forward is when you step this foot out because this arm's straight. So you should be in that same pose. That same pose. And then you drive your heel into the ground. This is the same problem you have on the other side.
I know. It's just I'm more so trying to get coordinated on this side.
Here. Go front horse stance. Oh, transition to that side. There you go. Okay. Now it's that same. Keeping that. Yep. Beautiful. You gotta keep that back leg bent. Once you step. Yep. Oh.
No, that was bad.
It was, but you kept it bent. Oh, we found Micah's weak side. It's okay, for most people, the opposite side's the weak side. Which for you guys would probably be the right side. Look, you rolled your eyes like, oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn, I see.
What the?
Backwards arms, your legs,
It's killing me, man.
mirror image
Okay.
of your arms.
I think that's why it's
No.
so struggly,
When
because
you-
it doesn't feel like a mirror image with
Bend.
my left egg.
Bend.
I mean, with my left leg.
My left egg. Okay, so you're here, alright?
Mm.
Do, 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 do. Now, when this one comes across, this one you face front like that. Beautiful, yes. Now remember, it goes with your arm, right?
Mm.
So you start turning, it stays down, and then you're gonna drive that leg into the ground.
Okay. Okay. So, proper?
Mm. You started leading with that front hip.
I think it's just because my right leg's okay.
It's the same thing you did on the other side. That's better, better, better. Now these follow your arm. Boom! Beautiful. One more time. Do it just like that. Keep it nice, even, slow, steady, but drive with that power of the back leg. Beautiful. And your stance isn't too wide. How you said you have a tendency to go too wide. You have more control over it that time. Oh, do it one more time, one more time. I have to see this again. It's beautiful. Do it just like that. Nice, slow, steady, and drive with that power of the back leg. Boom! Stay just like that. Okay. Hopefully you also use that time to practice your transitions from cat stance back to the side horse stance. Okay? Now, we're going to go into Paltron. Take a deep breath in, tighten your stomach, and Paltron. Tron. Okay, now transition to the front. Why is that foot so far forward?
I don't know.
You gotta move your feet. Put them in position. Tiha. There you go. Yeah. Boom. You still left them a little forward.
Tiny bit.
Pedal.
Okay, here
Tiha. 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 There you go. Alright, move over. We're gonna do this last little bit of spark in our windmills. For these last ones, really try to push as fast as you can. Full nice big circles. Remember, feel it from your legs. That's what everything's been about today. Feel it from your legs. Inhale. Paltron. Shangchuan. Tiha. Make sure your hips underneath you. Now, bring your arms in. Bring your arms in.
Yeah, I got that. I just didn't know the transition.
I was waiting for you. Now, if you were with us past couple of times, you're familiar with this. Your fists come forward. Not chest height. Not way down here by your belly button. Right in the middle. And you're gonna make a fine fist. Start with your pinkies. Roll your fingers in tight. Take your thumbs, put them over this bottom. Make them nice and tight. Don't put your thumbs out here, up here, inside. No, nice and tight fist with your thumb across the bottom. Now put your fists together and you're going to punch them together. Start very gentle at first and gradually get harder and harder. As hard as you can stand. And on the last one, on number 10, press them together. Okay? So, here we go. Now, we're going to go into our Tai Chi speed of our squats. So remember with that, you're going to lower down your stance as low as you can, keeping your hips tucked under you, keeping your knees out. You slowly lower down, and then you use your hips, push up and forward, and use your hips to push yourself back up as fast as you can. Okay, we're going to do 18. We're going to do them together. Okay, so don't go all one speed up and down. Follow us. Lower down slowly, and then we push ourselves up fast. Okay, and leave your hands right here. Ready? No. Okay, here we go. E. R. San. Soo. Woo. Liu. Chi. Ba. Ju. Shi. Shi yi. Shi er. Shi san. Shi si. Shi wu. Shi liu. Shi qi. Shi ba. Phew. Go ahead, give them a quick shake. Quick shake. And we're back in our stance. Now, we're going to do 18 as fast as we can. All the way up, all the way down. Don't start doing little shorties because you're trying to go fast. You're fast, first starting out, maybe actually really slow. That's fine, we all started really slow. Just go down as low as you can and keep your form. And don't get sloppy, okay? So you count for your sayo. Ti-ha. 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 I know. It's crap. We all have to deal with Ti-ha. Ti-ha. Okay. 18. Count for your sayo. Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Now, we're gonna bring it down. Go down as low as you can and hold it. Tee-haw. All right. Shake them out. Get a quick water before we move into our push-ups.
Do you have any water?
Mm-hmm.
Missed out.
Just kill it. Oh, you're too kind. Little spittle. There's no spittle in there. Okay. Ready for push-ups? How's your arm?
Still sore, but not bad.
Not like dying?
No, not like
Good.
Tuesday.
So again, with these, we also do these at 3 speeds. The first one, just like with the squats, go down all the way, slowly. Just push yourself back up as fast as you can. So you want to inhale, exhale. Keep your fists vertical. Again, make a proper fist. And you want to keep your elbows in. I know Western push-ups are done like this a lot. Elbows out. No, elbows in. Fists vertical. Okay? We're almost done. So, go down slowly and then spring back up. Ready?
That wasn't on purpose.
Now you're starting to understand. Okay, here we go. Tao Chuan, which you should be familiar with this, means you do full range of motion. Pow.
Hi.
Full range of motion.
As fast as you can.
As fast as you can. Nobody can hear that.
Oh, as fast as you can.
Full range of motion. Now start doing these Tainans. We've all been there. We've all been at the beginning, just starting out. We thought we could get away with some Tainans until Sifu came around, and that was the end of that. You ready?
Hi.
Okay. This is more than last time. Always shoot for more than last time, even if it's one more. See if you can push one more than last time, go for 2 more. You didn't die? Go for 3 more. And then squeeze out 4, 5 more than last time. Now, with this last one, Sheng Chuan. What you do is you stay at the highest position for a few seconds, drop to the middle position for a few seconds, all the way down, a few seconds, hold, 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 hold. Yosh! Ready?
Hi.
Where are you? Come on now. Hold. Mid. Down. Up. Up high. Mid. Head down. Mid. Up. Can we squeeze one more?
No.
Okay, you don't have to. Alright.
Almost collapsed on that second
I
one.
saw it. That's why I was like, you don't have to push for that third
I
one.
was like, I'm done. I can't.
Because you came out of it.
I know.
That's so hard. Okay. Hold on, Dwee. We're almost done. And then you can do a bow with us at the end, okay? Almost done. Stoy. Now, stretch out our legs before we end. Again, you're going to be in side horse position. Now, like a pendulum, you're just going to lift your leg up low at first, bring it right back. Low, a little bit higher, right back. Okay, if you're losing balance, then take your time, recenter yourself. And you want to gradually go higher and higher, as high as you can. And I should say as high as you can without starting to do this number. Because now you're doing the opposite of what you're trying to accomplish, which is to stretch out. Now you're just crunching yourself. Okay? So if this is as high as you can go while staying upright, that's fine. But you're still doing it. And try to push it a little bit higher, a little bit higher.
Oh, started to
Same thing with the other side. Start off low. I've done this for many years, but never do I just start off, kick as high as I can. It's very important. Every time, start off low. Low. Then pull it up higher and higher. Okay, now we're going to do our breathing exercises to get everything wound down. Ready? Okay. Feet about shoulder width apart. Bend your knees. Arms are down. Palms up, and you inhale. One more. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, my body was like going, pumping. Did those? Beautiful. How do you feel?
Well, tight physically, but
Yeah.
blood-wise, I feel good.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning in today, even if it's for a brief time. And thank you especially if you put on some loose pants, a decent shirt that's kind of in the middle. It's not too loose, it's not like baggy, but it's not like skin tight. And trying out some of our exercises for yourself. And if you did do that, then hopefully we'll see you next time, 2 days from now, 5 o'clock on Saturday. EST. EST. Eastern time. East Coast time.
Also, if you're just now joining, we do have all of the training sessions uploaded.
They are recorded and they are uploaded. So
Yes.
if you caught us in the middle or right at the end of today, give it a couple hours and it'll be uploaded. So you can watch it later today, tomorrow, whenever. If you're like, you know what, this martial art thing looks kind of interesting, but I don't know with all this crazy stuff that's going on, go back to video number 1, where we start from the very baby bottom basics and see how you like it. Yeah. If anything, maybe you get a little sweat. Maybe you wake up the next day and you're a little sore. And if so, then it's worth it. That's it. And until then, yes. We'll do our salute. Step up a little bit. Ching Kai Shek. Chisosu. Hi.
Hi.
And before we sign off, Goro-chan, you want to salute? You want to bow? Come on, Goro-chan. Okay, I'm gonna face this way. You ready?
Arigatou gozaimasu.
No, 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 no.
Oh, you're going crazy.
She's too
Go back.
excited. Come on, turn around.
Swipe.
Oh, she's already doing it. Here, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. No, 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 no. Stand up, stand up. Arigatou gozaimasu. That's a good girl!
Oh. She's like, no, I'm gonna attack Mom.
Yep.
Go get
that's
Mama.
what happens. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Again, thank you. Xie, arigato, gracias, spasiba, and everything else. And hopefully we see you next time.